Alrighty, so I wanted to talk about a couple of different things, or two things in particular, but two totally different things. I just want to talk about them. I forgot I got this. I just hung it up on my wall, and it makes me happy. It's fucking awesome. May the power of Christ compel you, or something like that. But I actually found this. This is a family heirloom, and my mom let me keep it, and it's super fucking cool. Because it's actually like a for realsies. They would keep this on, let's see how it goes. You keep this at the farmhouse in order to perform baptisms and first rites, or last rites, I mean, baptisms and last rites. If you, like, the preacher couldn't get out, like if someone was going to die really quick, or if a baby was born, you know, you're Catholic, so the baby doesn't go to purgatory. It's got to be blessed super right away. And so it actually comes with like a whole set where you get the candles and a jar. The lid broke on the jar, which made me sad, but I don't know if you can see that. It actually says holy water on it. So you have the priest bless this at church, and then you keep your little bottle of holy water, and then it has instructions on how to say your prayer, or which prayer to say. I think it's sacrament of unction, of extreme unction for this one. How exactly to set it up. To be included, also have on the table a glass of water, a spoon, communion, you can say that, communion cloth, and the bottle which is supplied filled with holy water. The sacrament of extreme unction is to be administered. A member of the family should meet the priest at the door with a lighted candle and conduct him to the sick room. In addition to the above, have a small plate containing crumbs of bread and make up 5 small balls with absorbent cotton furnished in the set. And for anyone who doesn't know, a sick room is now what a living room is. But back in the day, you didn't live in there. You didn't watch TV or whatever. It's where you put dead relatives so people could mourn and stuff. You didn't do funeral services. You kept a dead person in your house for a couple weeks. And so, little tidbit, just so everyone knows. So this actually like comes with the whole deal. And this is old too. I think it's like 100 and some odd years old. And it's got your instructions on how to complete oh, I just forgot it. The sanction of extreme, whatever the hell word that was. Unction, yes. You actually set this up like this. It sits on your table, and probably work better if you can see. So you set this up facing the sick person. You light the candles. You get the holy water. You get the breadcrumbs, you know, to prepare the host so you can transubstantiate it and all that stuff. Which, I don't know. I just found this super cool, and I don't know why my mom gave it to me, being that I'm an atheist, but maybe she thinks it'll convert me since it hangs on my wall now. I don't know, but it's a very cool thing. The only part I don't like about it, there used to be like a Christ figure there, I guess, way back in the day, and it has since been lost to the sands of time. So, whatever. I still like it. I think I might try and find a new little Christ guy to hang up there. Maybe I'll hang him upside down and be super sanctimonious or something. In other news, I shocked myself on the dryer. That was awesome. I scared the shit out of myself. I did electrocute myself, just very mildly. Okay, so that was the first quick little bit. The second one, I've actually been meaning to make this video. I made a magnetic cube out of dice. Very cool site, Cube.Build. The guy who runs it nonprofit. He just thinks everyone should be able to make magnet cubes if they want to. And so I'll give a quick overview of it. I ordered 2 complete sets so I can actually make 2 magnet cubes. I'm going to use the one to actually make my own steel cube. I'm machining the cubies right now. Everyone on YouTube that does a tutorial, what they make is a 90-degree jig that sits 45 to the spindle, where you know, because this is a do-it-yourself kit, so I drilled and placed all the magnets and stuff like that. You can order complete ones, but they're pretty pricey. I think they start out about 60 or 70 bucks and go up to about 80. But everyone does that 45. I mean, go do a do-it-yourself, or go YouTube a do-it-yourself dice cube, and you'll see the jig I'm talking about. Every single person on the internet uses one. I made this. It's just a little slot, goes in a vise, and what you do is the machinist vise at least have plates on either side, so I just take the plates off, and then you can use the set screw that's used for the plates to secure this to it. Worked really well. The only issues I had were with depth, and it's because the cubes are so inconsistent when it comes to their size, so they can be plus or minus 20 thousandths pretty easily. So unless you're really careful with your depth, and what they actually do in those videos, I did it different. I set my magnets straight in there. Everyone else drills oversized holes, and then fills the hole with glue and presses the magnet down in there till it's flush. I just drilled to depth and used, rather than, I think most of them use Loctite, I used CA glue, which rather than being an expanding glue is a contracting glue, so it actually sucks it down into the hole. So I had a little bit more problem with depth than most people. I mean, it's not too bad. You can see it's pretty flush on most of them. You know, that one's a little recessed. You can kind of see the edge right there on that one. But it looks a lot nicer. It looks way cleaner. Damn it. What the hell did that do? I'm retarded. I'm very happy I made it. It was worth the 30 bucks for the kit. Had a little bit of problems, as I said, and you actually can't get this particular kit. I ordered special dice so I could do the clear translucent green color. I mean, it's pretty obvious what this is. It's a big dice. You got your 1s on your top, 6s on your bottom, on and on. It is pretty tough to solve because when you do turn it and stuff, it does like to pop apart. So I mean, because you can watch, you know, I can pry pieces of it off. Or sometimes stuff like that happens. I can find my other cubies. There's one. The other one has disappeared. I think it went under the couch. So I've only solved it a couple times since it is pretty tough to turn. You know, you got to be real careful. It's real easy for you to try and make a move on it, and for, you know, just a whole section to pop out. And especially when it's scrambled and you don't know what those dice were, or even if one pops out and you don't know where that one belongs, it kind of ruins the solve. So you can't even solve it all the way through, and you just end up putting it back together. But either way, I still enjoy the shit out of it. I have a historical cube. The first cube was actually a 2x2 made out of dice, and was not made by Rubik, even though everybody thinks it was. Rubik was the first one to make a 3x3, and he actually made one. I don't think he made it with dice, or magnets for that matter, but I'm not entirely positive. He made it for his architecture class, I guess, and didn't realize it was a puzzle till he scrambled it, and then went to solve it, and went, holy shit, wait, this is way harder to solve than I had anticipated at the beginning. But I think it turned out pretty nice in my opinion. I did have a few mishaps where what they do on most tutorials is they actually mark the magnets with, you know, like a Sharpie. I didn't want to do that because of the clear dice. I didn't want you to be able to see like a little red dot in there or whatever. So I thought I'd be cool and do it all without marking, do all the magnets blank. And so it did mean that on Out of 27 cubes and 108 different magnets, I had 3 that I flipped, and so I had to drill little holes right next to the magnet. Maybe you can see that. Yeah, you can see that on the very top center one. I had to drill little holes next to them just so I could pop the magnet out, flip it, and put the cube back together. Which, considering I've never done this before, I think I did all right. It could have been a lot worse. But either way, it's very cool. It's standard Rubik's Cube size. Well, this one since it's dominoed is a little bit just slightly bigger, but it's standard Rubik's Cube size. Moves pretty well, aside from what I was talking about, because you get that dead zone when you're turning it, where that is not held in very well, and so you just got to be real careful with that. Or when stuff gets a little bit twisted, like yay, that center cubie does not have a lot of force worked on it, and so if you start going too fast, that's when you get shit starting to pop off. But I think it turned out very cool. I'm very happy with it. I recommend the site, magneticube.com again. The guy who runs it's really helpful. I emailed him a couple times since I wanted to do my cube different than how he instructs you. I said, what about this, what about that? And he emailed me right back and gave me his take on it. And yeah, overall I'm happy. So I think I'm going to finish the video. I did good today. I normally ramble, so I did not do that this time. By the time I edit it, it will actually be a relatively short video. So I think what I'm going to do is a 3x3x5 dominoed cube solved to end the video. And I will let you enjoy this wonderful cube that I have made, that you should all make, because it was fun to make and I had a blast, and it looks very cool. It looks very good sitting with my collection. I love this side because it's since it's the only one that requires orientation aside from your 3s and your 2s. It's the only one that ended up off for some reason. The clear cubes actually ended up being different than the green cubes. If this would have been all clear cubes, I'm pretty sure this would have aligned correctly. But I think that looks badass, so I'm pretty happy with it. I apologize, I had to take the 3x3x5 solve out because it went from a 12-minute video or 13-minute video to like a half-hour video with just the few things I even wanted to talk about. I didn't even do a full cube solve and still ended up super over my limit, so take it as you will. There's my 3x3x3 or 3x3x5 solve. So there it is. Unfortunately, I don't have anything fun to throw at the computer. Plus, after chucking a Bible at it, I thought I might have actually done some damage to it. So I kind of want to avoid doing things like that, if at all possible. But awesome cubes. Hope you enjoyed this one, and cheers.